Imagine waking up tomorrow with the power to reshape your reality. What if I told you that power is already within you, just waiting to be unlocked? You've probably heard it before, you have unlimited potential. But let's be real, how many times have you rolled your eyes at that statement? I get it. I was there too. Stuck in a loop of mediocrity, watching life pass by while others seem to have it all figured out. But what if I told you that science has finally cracked the code? That there are 5 scientifically proven daily habits that can literally rewire your brain for success? These aren't just any habits. They're the secret weapons used by world leaders, top athletes, and even Hollywood celebrities to achieve mind-blowing results. Today we're diving deep into the groundbreaking work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, a neuroscientist who's revolutionizing our understanding of the mind-body connection. Now you might be thinking, great, another self-help guru. But hold that thought. Dr. Joe isn't just talking the talk. He walked an incredible path of self-healing that left the medical community stunned. After a devastating bicycle accident that left him with multiple fractures in his spine, doctors said he'd never walk again. But Dr. Joe had other plans. Using the very techniques we'll explore today, he not only walked again but came back stronger than ever. How's that for mind over matter? But here's the kicker. What Dr. Joe discovered isn't just for extreme cases. It's for anyone who's ever felt stuck, stressed, or simply yearning for more out of life. That means you and me. So, are you ready to unlock your mind's hidden superpowers? To tap into the kind of potential you've only dreamed about? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Let's dive in and discover how to truly unlock your limitless potential. Picture this. It's 6 a.m. Your alarm blares, jolting you awake. You reach for your phone, ready to scroll through social media or check your emails. But wait, what if I told you that these first 10 minutes of your day could be the key to unlocking your brain's full potential? Welcome to the 10-minute morning miracle, a powerful technique that Dr. Joe Dispenza swears by for mind-blowing success. But before we dive in, let's talk about why these first moments after waking are so crucial. You see, when you first wake up, your brain is in what neuroscientists call an alpha state. It's like a brief window where your subconscious mind is wide open, ready to be programmed. Dr. Dispenza puts it brilliantly. Your thoughts and emotions of today will create your future tomorrow. So why not use this prime time to set the stage for an extraordinary day? Now let's break down this game-changing technique. 1. Wake up 10 minutes earlier than usual. I know, but trust me, it's worth it. 2. Find a quiet, comfortable spot. No phones, no distractions. 3. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. 4. For the next 10 minutes, focus entirely on visualizing your ideal day and future self. But here's where it gets really interesting. Dr. Dispenza introduces a concept called memory of the future. Instead of just daydreaming, you're actually creating new neural pathways in your brain. You're not just imagining success. You're literally rewiring your brain for it. Let's try a quick exercise. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself absolutely crushing your biggest goal. Feel the emotions, hear the sounds, see the details. That feeling? That's your brain creating new neural connections, paving the way for real-world success. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but what if my mind wanders? Don't worry, it's normal. The key is to gently bring your focus back to your visualization. It's like a mental workout. Each time you refocus, you're strengthening those neural pathways. Let me share a quick story. A software engineer, let's call her Sarah, was struggling with imposter syndrome. She started practicing this 10-minute technique every morning, visualizing herself confidently leading team meetings and solving complex problems. Within just 3 weeks, her colleagues were commenting on her increased confidence and innovative ideas. She wasn't just imagining success, she was living it. But here's the most common mistake people make. They give up too soon. Remember, you're not just daydreaming, you're literally rewiring your brain. It takes consistency. Stick with it for at least 21 days, and you'll be amazed at the changes you'll see. Dr. Dispenza often says, where you place your attention is where you place your energy. By dedicating these 10 minutes each morning to focusing on your ideal future, you're directing your brain's incredible power towards making that future a reality. As you practice this technique, you might notice something fascinating. Your day-to-day decisions start aligning with your visualized future. It's like your brain is working behind the scenes, guiding you towards your goals even when you're not consciously thinking about them. So, are you ready to transform your mornings and unlock your brain's hidden potential? Remember, this is just the first of our 5 mind-blowing habits. Imagine what your life could look like when you implement all of them. But wait, what if your mind starts wandering during these 10 minutes? Don't worry, that's where our next powerful habit comes in. It's a technique so effective it's like having a personal trainer for your brain. Stay tuned to discover how you can turbocharge your morning routine and set yourself up for unprecedented success. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'm just not good enough," or "I'll never succeed"? What if I told you that these thoughts aren't just passing clouds in your mind, but are actually shaping your reality? Welcome to the world of morning affirmations, the secret weapon of the ultra-successful. But before you roll your eyes thinking this is just some new age fluff, let's dive into the science behind it. Dr. Joe Dispenza, in his groundbreaking work, states, "Your thoughts and emotions of today are creating your future tomorrow." It's not just about positive thinking. It's about rewiring your brain at a cellular level. Now, you might be wondering, can a few words really change my life? Well, let's look at what the experts say. A fascinating study from Carnegie Mellon University found that self-affirmation can actually protect against the damaging effects of stress on problem-solving performance. Imagine facing your toughest challenges with a brain primed for success. So, how do we harness this power? Let's break it down into simple steps. 1. Choose your affirmations wisely. Focus on what you want to become, not what you want to avoid. 2. Make them personal and specific. Instead of "I am successful," try "I am confidently closing deals and expanding my business." 3. Use present tense. Your brain doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. Speak as if it's already happening. 4. Engage your emotions. Feel the joy, pride, or excitement as you say your affirmations. 5. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Consistency is key. Aim for at least 5 minutes every morning. Now let's supercharge this technique. Have you ever considered recording your affirmations? Imagine waking up to your own voice, confidently stating your goals and beliefs. It's like having a personal cheerleader, available 24/7. But why does this work so well? It's all about repetition and visualization. When you consistently feed your mind positive thoughts, you're creating new neural pathways. It's like carving a new path through a dense forest. The more you walk it, the clearer and easier it becomes. Let's take a moment to try this out. Close your eyes and repeat after me. "I am capable of achieving greatness. My potential is limitless." How did that feel? Did you notice a shift in your energy? Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but does it really work for successful people? Well, let me share a little secret. Will Smith, one of Hollywood's most successful actors, swears by affirmations. He once said, "In my mind, I've always been an A-list Hollywood superstar. Y'all just didn't know yet." Talk about speaking your reality into existence. But here's the real kicker. Affirmations aren't just about success or wealth. They can transform every aspect of your life. Imagine starting your day by affirming your health, your relationships, your personal growth. You're essentially programming your mind for a day of positivity and achievement. Remember, your subconscious mind is like a supercomputer. It will work tirelessly to make your dominant thoughts a reality. So why not feed it the most empowering, uplifting thoughts possible? As we wrap up this powerful technique, I want you to think about the possibilities. What could your life look like if you started each day by affirming your potential? How would your relationships improve if you constantly reminded yourself of your worth? Now that you've set your mind right with these powerful affirmations, let's talk about how to maintain that momentum throughout the day. But before we dive into our next mind-blowing habit, I have a question for you. Are you enjoying this video? So don't forget to hit that like button. Your support helps us create more content to unlock your limitless potential. Stay tuned because our next habit is going to show you how small, consistent actions can lead to massive transformation. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Picture this. You're standing at the base of Mount Everest, looking up at the seemingly impossible task ahead. Overwhelming, right? Now, what if I told you that you could conquer your own personal Everest by taking just one small step each day? Welcome to the revolutionary 1% rule, a concept that's transforming lives around the world. But before we dive in, let's hear from the man himself. Dr. Joe Dispenza says, "Where you place your attention is where you place your energy." So, what if we placed our attention on getting just 1% better every single day? Now you might be thinking, 1%? That's nothing. But here's where it gets interesting. That 1% compounds. Over a year, that's not just 365% improvement, it's actually 3,778% growth. Imagine being 37 times better at anything in just 1 year. This concept isn't new. In fact, it has deep roots in the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen, which means continuous improvement. It's the secret sauce that helped Japan rebuild its economy after World War II and has since been adopted by companies like Toyota to revolutionize manufacturing. But how can we apply this to our daily lives? Let's break it down. 1. Choose your focus area. Whether it's health, relationships, or career, pick one area to improve. 2. Define your 1%. What does a 1% improvement look like for you? It could be reading one page of a book, doing one push-up, or making one sales call. 3. Commit to daily action. No matter what, do that 1% every single day. 4. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker or journal to see your growth over time. 5. Celebrate small wins. Each day you hit your 1% is a victory. Treat it as such. Let's look at a concrete example in health. Say you want to improve your cardiovascular fitness. Your 1% might be walking for just 1 minute a day. Sounds easy, right? That's the point. By day 7 you're walking 7 minutes. By day 30 it's half an hour. Before you know it you're running 5 Burmese chots without breaking a sweat. Now here's a story that will blow your mind. Jim Quick, world-renowned brain coach, used this very principle to overcome a childhood brain injury. He started by reading just 1 page a day. Today he's one of the foremost experts on speed reading and memory improvement, teaching celebrities and CEOs around the world. But let's be real, consistency can be tough. That's where technology comes in handy. Apps like Atomic Habits and Habitica can gamify your progress, making your 1% improvement feel like a fun challenge rather than a chore. Remember, as Dr. Dispenza often says, the best way to predict your future is to create it. With the 1% rule, you're not just predicting your future, you're actively building it one small step at a time. Now you might be wondering, this all sounds great, but what if life throws me a curveball? How do I stay on track when everything seems to be going wrong? Well, that's where our next powerful habit comes in. It's a technique so effective, it can turn your day around in just 90 seconds. But before we dive into that game-changing strategy, I want to challenge you. What's one area of your life where you can apply the 1% rule starting today? Share your commitment in the comments below. Let's build a community of 1% improvers who support and inspire each other. Stay tuned because in our next segment, we're going to reveal a secret weapon against negativity that will supercharge your 1% improvements. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Imagine this. You're about to give a crucial presentation. Your heart races, palms sweat, and suddenly that familiar wave of anxiety washes over you. What if I told you that in just 90 seconds, you could transform that anxiety into unwavering confidence? Welcome to the game-changing 90-second rule, a powerful technique that's revolutionizing how we handle negative emotions. But before we dive in, let's hear from Dr. Joe Dispenza himself. He says, the best way to predict your future is to create it, not from the known, but from the unknown. This rule is your gateway to that unknown potential. Now you might be thinking, 90 seconds? That's impossible. But here's where it gets fascinating. According to Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor, a Harvard-trained neuroanatomist, when you experience an emotion, it takes just 90 seconds for it to be recognized by your brain, surge through your body, and then dissipate. After that, any remaining emotional response is just you choosing to stay in that emotional loop. Let's break down how to apply this powerful technique. 1. Recognize. The moment you feel a negative emotion arising, acknowledge it. 2. Name it. Identify the emotion. Is it fear, anger, sadness? 3. Feel it. Allow yourself to fully experience the emotion without judgment. 4. Breathe. Take slow, deep breaths to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. 5. Observe. Watch the emotion as it peaks and then begins to fade. 6. Release. As the 90 seconds pass, consciously let go of the emotion. 7. Redirect. Choose a new, empowering thought or action to focus on. Now, let's put this into practice with a real-world example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting. You feel anger and frustration bubbling up. Here's how to apply the 90-second rule. 1. Recognize. I'm feeling angry about being late. 2. Name it. This is frustration and anxiety. 3. Feel it. Allow the tension in your body, the rapid heartbeat. 4. Breathe. Take 5 deep, slow breaths. 5. Observe. Notice how the intensity of the emotion starts to decrease. 6. Release. As 90 seconds pass, imagine the frustration flowing out of you. 7. Redirect. I can't control traffic, but I can use this time to mentally prepare for my meeting. This technique isn't just pop psychology. It's grounded in neuroscience. When you interrupt the emotional cycle after 90 seconds, you're literally rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways that lead to more positive responses in the future. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This technique aligns perfectly with Tony Robbins' famous state change method. Robbins teaches that by rapidly changing your physiology and focus, you can instantly shift your emotional state. The 90-second rule gives you the perfect window to implement this state change. And if you think this is just for everyday folks, think again. Did you know that Hugh Jackman, the man who brought Wolverine to life, uses a similar technique to manage pre-performance anxiety? Or that Robert Downey Jr. credits mindfulness practices for helping him overcome personal struggles and become Iron Man? Now I want you to try this right now. Yes, right this second. Think of something that's been bothering you lately. Got it? Great. Now set a timer for 90 seconds and go through the steps we just discussed. Feel the emotion, breathe through it and let it go. How do you feel? Incredible, isn't it? You've just experienced the power of the 90-second rule firsthand. Imagine applying this technique every time you face a challenging emotion. How would your life change if you could transform anxiety into excitement, frustration into determination, or self-doubt into confidence, all in just 90 seconds? But here's the real kicker. This technique isn't just about managing negative emotions. It's about creating space for positive ones. By clearing out the emotional clutter, you're making room for joy, creativity, and success to flood in. Now that you can reset your mind in just 90 seconds, are you ready to tackle the biggest enemy of success? In our next segment, we're going to reveal a technique so powerful, it can blast through procrastination like a superhero. Trust me, you won't want to miss this game-changing strategy. Remember, as Dr. Dispenza often says, the hardest part about change is not making the same choices you made the day before. With the 90-second rule in your toolkit, you're now equipped to make new, empowering choices every single day. Stay tuned because in our final habit, we're going to show you how to supercharge your motivation and blast through any obstacle in your path. It's a technique so effective, it might just change your life in the next 5 seconds. Picture this. Your alarm goes off. It's 6 a.m. You know you should get up, but your bed feels like a warm, cozy cocoon. Your mind starts rationalizing. Just 5 more minutes. Sound familiar? What if I told you that in those crucial 5 seconds, you have the power to completely transform your day and your life? Welcome to the game-changing 5-second rule. A technique so powerful it's like having a secret superpower against procrastination. But before we dive in, let's hear from Dr. Joe Dispenza himself. He says, the best way to predict your future is to create it. This rule is your shortcut to becoming the creator of your future, rather than a victim of your habits. Now you might be thinking, 5 seconds? That's it. But here's where it gets fascinating. According to research by Mel Robbins, the moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, you have a 5-second window to make it happen. After that, your brain will kill it. It's not about counting to 5. It's about taking action before your mind talks you out of it. Let's break down how to apply this superhero technique. 1. Recognize the moment of hesitation. 2. Start counting backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3. At 1. Physically move or take action. 4. Do not negotiate with yourself during the countdown. 5. Celebrate your win no matter how small. Now let's put this into practice with a real-world example. Imagine it's 6 a.m. and your alarm goes off. When you feel the urge to hit snooze, that's your moment of recognition. 2. Start your mental countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3. At 1. Physically sit up and put your feet on the floor. 4. Don't allow thoughts like just 5 more minutes to creep in. 5. Congratulate yourself for winning the first battle of the day. This technique isn't just pop psychology. It's grounded in the neuroscience of habit formation. When you count backward, you're actually engaging your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and change. This interrupts the automatic habit loop your brain usually follows. But here's where it gets even more powerful. This technique aligns perfectly with Dr. Joe Dispenza's teaching about thinking bigger than how you feel. When you use the 5-second rule, you're literally overriding your feelings with decisive action. Let's integrate this with the visualization technique we learned in habit number 1. As soon as you wake up and complete your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown, immediately visualize your ideal day. This 1-2 punch of action and visualization sets you up for an incredibly productive day. Now I want you to try this right now. Yes, this very second. Think of something you've been procrastinating on. Got it? Great. Now count backward from 5 and at 1 take one small action towards that goal. Send that email, make that call, write that first sentence. How does it feel? Incredible, isn't it? You've just experienced the power of the 5-second rule firsthand. Imagine applying this technique every time you face resistance or procrastination. How would your life change if you could blast through every obstacle like a superhero? But here's the real kicker. This technique isn't just about productivity. It's about building self-trust. Every time you follow through with the 5-second rule, you're proving to yourself that you can rely on you. You're building the confidence to tackle bigger and bigger challenges. Dr. Joe Dispenza himself used a similar technique during his remarkable recovery. He shares that in moments of intense pain or doubt, he would immediately redirect his thoughts to his desired outcome. It's the same principle, interrupting negative patterns and choosing empowering actions. Now I have a challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, use the 5-second rule every time you feel resistance. Getting out of bed, starting a workout, making that important call, use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then act. Keep a tally of how many times you use it. You'll be amazed at how many opportunities you have to change your life 5 seconds at a time. Remember, as Dr. Dispenza often says, you can't wait for your life to change to feel joy. You have to feel joy to change your life. With the 5-second rule, you're not waiting for motivation or the perfect moment. You're creating that moment right now in just 5 seconds. Now that you have these 5 powerful habits, are you ready to see how they all come together to create your new limitless life? In our final segment, we're going to show you how to integrate these techniques into a seamless daily routine that will skyrocket your success. Trust me, you won't want to miss this game-changing conclusion. Stay tuned because we're about to unlock the full potential of your new superhero mindset. Get ready to leap tall buildings of doubt in a single bound and outrun the speediest procrastination. Your transformation starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations! You've just unlocked the vault to 5 of the most powerful habits that can completely transform your life. Let's take a moment to recap this incredible journey we've been on together. 1. The 10-minute morning miracle. Rewiring your brain for success before you even start your day. 2. The power of morning affirmations. Programming your subconscious mind to work for you, not against you. 3. The 1% rule. Making small, consistent improvements that lead to massive transformation. 4. The 90-second rule. Your secret weapon to instantly reset negative emotions and stay on track. 5. The 5-second rule. Blasting through procrastination and taking immediate action towards your goals. These aren't just random techniques. They form a powerful synergistic system that Dr. Joe Dispenza and countless others have used to achieve extraordinary results. But here's the real magic. When you combine these habits, they create a compound effect that's far greater than the sum of its parts. Imagine starting your day with the 10-minute morning miracle, setting your intention and visualizing your success. You follow it up with powerful affirmations that reprogram your subconscious. Throughout the day, you use the 1% rule to make consistent improvements no matter how small. When challenges arise, you apply the 90-second rule to quickly reset any negative emotions. And whenever you feel the urge to procrastinate, the 5-second rule propels you into action. Can you see how this daily routine could completely revolutionize your life? As Dr. Joe Dispenza often says, you can't wait for your life to change to feel joy. You have to feel joy to change your life. These 5 habits are your toolkit for creating that joy and transformation every single day. Now I have a challenge for you. In the comments, share which of these 5 habits you're most excited to implement and why. Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to start their own transformation journey. And here's a thought to ponder. What if the version of you that has mastered these 5 habits is watching right now, cheering you on to take that first step? What would that future you want to say to the present you? Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. You've already taken that step by watching this video. Now it's time to put these habits into action and unlock your limitless potential. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button and share it with someone who could benefit from these life-changing habits. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos about personal development. Trust me, it's going to be mind-blowing. Thank you for joining me on this transformational journey. Remember, you have the power to reshape your reality. It all starts with these 5 habits and the decision to take action right now. Your limitless life is waiting. Are you ready to claim it? Hey, incredible growth seekers. Wow, what a journey. If this video resonated, subscribe now for more life-changing content. Join our community of self-improvers. Smash that like button to fuel more content on mindfulness, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Share this video to create a ripple of positive change. Comment below about your growth journey. Your insights shape our content. Next week, boosting self-confidence and overcoming limiting beliefs. Don't miss it. Every interaction brings us closer to a world of empowered individuals. Let's make personal development global. Stay inspired, keep growing. Your best self awaits. Let's unlock it together.